You're going to love this. Trust me, what you're seeing now is my normal state.
Welcome, I'm Spaghetti King, and this is Loving Girlfriend Comforts You by azmrmoon. azmrmoon. Azmrmoon? azmrmoon. I think I like saying it that way. But I've known about this channel for a while, but I kind of wasn't keeping up with it. Then I kind of watched a couple of her old videos, and I'm like, this is good. And then I just decided, well, may as well review the most recent one. So the thing with these videos is they tend to have a simple structure. A structure I would say more reminiscent of Saturn, if I were to compare it to anyone, where it's kind of like a collection of just with Saturn, I say a collection of quips. This isn't really a collection of quips, but it's a collection of phrases and just random speech sections from a extended monologue. I mean, could be scripted for all I know, but it has more of a unscripted kind of feel to it. So it begins with your girlfriend being like, "What a handsome man I have. Oh, you're so handsome. I can't believe that someone as attractive as you is attracted to me," etc. And, then she kind of just goes in, complimenting you, so I'm basically just gonna, list off the compliments, so, she goes oh, your hair is perfect, you wake up in the morning and your hair still looks good. That may or may not be true. I mean, I work a lot on my hair. I'll say that. It's not easy to get my hair to work the way it does. Curly hair is very unreasonable. But, I have gone, ungroomed hair, just gone out, let the hair down. I'm not going to let the hair down right now, but, and the women still seem to find me attractive anyway, so, that probably is true. That I can kind of just go, but I have my standards anyway, so that's how it goes. Then she says, she likes my cheekbones, and if I got, a good jawline or whatever. Which I may have. I mean, I have pretty big cheeks, I do have big cheeks, and I got rosy cheeks, and, I like that. I never thought I had that great of a jawline, but I don't know, it's a matter of taste, right? It's a matter of taste. I definitely don't have, the thinnest, but, I got some cheeks on me. So that's how it goes. And she's she gives you these compliments, and she's like, I know you don't agree with some of these things and whatnot. But, and, she's like, oh, you have oh, on that in a minute. And she's like, she says she doesn't want you to conform to some kind of idealized standard, some kind of exaggerated standard, which is good and which is the mentality you should have in real life. Today we have. It's funny because today we have these quite exaggerated standards on men and women. For the most part, it's just completely exaggerated on both sides. I mean, the women, you have the weird thick movement. I don't want to speak much on that, but with the men, you have the insane muscle movement. Today, now it's six-pack, hit the gym, bro, whatnot. And, if you're fat, then that's, correspondent with being, unhealthy and ugly. Which is kind of funny, because, it's not always been like that. In the 1800s, health, for the most part, fat was, for the most part, a sign of health. Mainly because everyone was thin, because they kind of didn't eat too much. Population boom and whatnot, you will get kind of a slight food shortage coming from that. We've seen that in the 1700s, seen that in the 1600s. And fat was seen as a sign of status in the 1800s. There were men's clubs who would gather to rate their fat and be like, hey, I'm a better looking fat man than you, partner, and whatnot. Whereas today, because we eat a bunch of food and most of it's crap, fat is very common now, so it's seen as being ugly, not well kept, whatnot. But yeah, I'll say that don't be obese. But if you have a bit of a gut on you, it's all right. It's all right. If you want to work out and improve yourself, I say that's good. But for the most part, you should work out not to get a six-pack, whatever. I don't believe in goals like that. I believe you should work out to push yourself as far as you go. I've worked out before, and I'm working out now. And back when I reached my former peak, I had a lot of good stamina going. I was physically very good, but it didn't do much for my appearance. And I minded that at the time, but now I'm that was fine. That was fine. Pushing yourself is honestly reward enough as it is, but But yeah, you should not. You don't need to fit some standard that's above, or as idealized or as exaggerated. You should just be healthy. Be healthy in a general sense. Have 2,000 calories a day, not 3,000. Keep things under control. Eat healthy things. I have an apple a day. Do that. Pick out some fruit you like and have every one of those per day. And drink water, not pop. And you'll look good. You'll look fine. You'll look normal. And she says, these chiseled bodies, they don't look normal. They don't look healthy. And I agree, honestly. A lot of the six-packs today, I look at that and I'm just doesn't look very healthy to me, honestly. Yeah, it's honestly, I look at it and because you can have a healthy six-pack, you can have some not. With the bodybuilders, I tend to find two crowds. Either there's these six-packs where they look normal, they look healthy, they look fine for me, and then there's these others where they're way too big and kind of disproportionate, and they look kind of ugly to me. I'll say, well, not ugly, but just unhealthy, And I'm happy that you feel the same way, she says she likes my body's perfect and whatnot, I like my body too. I'm very happy with it. It's always something that you can improve. It's always something that you can go beyond. But if you're not in a place where you want to be, then go to that place. That should be your mentality. And I used to be way fat. I used to be super fat. And now I'm not that fat. And honestly, the fat I do have, for the most part, I kind of like. Renaissance depictions of Adam usually gave him a little bit of a gut down there, honestly. And, if the first man that God created can rock a little bit of a gut, I don't think it's, I think people overplay these elements now, because for the most part, what's attractive, what isn't, is a matter of scarcity, Now that fat is common, it's seen as, really ugly, whereas, whereas a six-pack, which is uncommon, is oh! Whereas, in, back in the day, it's not seen like that. In North Korea today, fat is seen as attractive because most of the people there starve. So it's a similar thing. But anyway, that was a bit of a tangent, but it's technically aligned with the point, but it's also a bit of a rant off. I digress. But anyway, what else? I pretty much said, I said all the quips, and he said, I'm someone who is dedicated to a lot of things. I put a lot of energy into a lot of things, and she appreciates that just one of the things, in my life is her, and she appreciates that so much, and she's honored about that, so, don't mind me, it's honestly, it's keep it under control. Do not idealize. Idealizing is the way to disappointment, as it is. So yeah, you love me, I love you too, okay? And yeah, that's how it ends. I love you, whatnot, let's go to sleep, whatnot. So that's how it goes. Anything else to say? Well, the acting was good on that performance, where not necessarily a devoted sound, but very much a honest sounding. Loved that. The art is the same between every audio. It's this moon picture against the water background, which I'm fine with. Gives it kind of a radio show kind of impression. I like the background. And, is there anything else? I don't believe there is now, so, okay. I'll just keep it at that. Already went over a bit with a little bit of the personal tangents, but that's fine. That's fine, So, the rating, audio 4 out of 5, wholesome rating 5 out of 5, overall rating 8 out of 10, rank legend. So Spaghetti King approves, most certainly. Azmrmoon. I'll just say azmrmoon. Maybe it's azmrmoon. I don't know. I'm not good with like modern names. I'm not good with most names. So I'll just say it. I'll try and keep it catchy. So thank you for watching. I'm Spaghetti King. I love you all, and farewell.